Good morning, it's Sunday.
You didn't think I was going to sit here and watch YouTube with you, did you? No, no. Today's vlog is going to be a light one. It's just going to be a check-in on the garden, do a little bit of housekeeping, and tell you a story about what is going on around here. I'm in Nova Scotia, Canada. And you know what? My tea is already cold. Let me get another tea, and then we'll get into it. The other day, on Wednesday, August, I think it was the 13th, a wildfire broke out close to my house. It's about 40 kilometers away from us. And all day it was thundering, lightning, but it wasn't raining. It was really a strange day. It was really, really hot, and I was waiting for it to rain because we haven't had rain here for a really long time. In my specific area, and I live in the Annapolis Valley, we have only seen rain once this summer, and the last time was July 20th. My grass is brown.
Never in my years of living in Nova Scotia has the grass ever been like this.
Really brown. I've never seen a summer here like this before. It's been pretty wild. Normally Nova Scotia is very lush, very green, and it's just lovely. As a matter of fact, most summers if I do pots for planters on my deck, I've got to run around and pick them up and put them under the soffits of our house because it will normally rain for days and days and days and waterlog my plants. So none of that has happened this year. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that this whole wildfire being close to my house has really affected me. And I don't know if you can relate, if you have been in a situation like this before, but I've watched the Lahaina fires in Hawaii. I watched the Jasper fire close to my home in Alberta. I used to live in Calgary. And these are happening all over the place all the time, and it's alarming. And we live in the middle of the woods. I can't stress that enough. I live out in the country. I don't live too close to a town, and I'm surrounded by thick, thick forest. On Wednesday, the 13th, when everything happened, I guess it was started by lightning, this fire, and the evacuation or the alerts that come on the phone go, there's a fire near you, came on twice that night. So it said, get a bag ready. It's not an evacuation yet, but you might be evacuated. So we went to bed that night thinking, holy cow, this can probably turn into a fire overnight, because they weren't going to be actively fighting the fire throughout the night. I don't think they had the assets in place at that time. So we went to bed. Actually, let me back up. Before we went to bed, I walked around my entire house and I looked at everything like, well, if the house is going to burn down, that can go with it, or that can't and that shouldn't, or that's totally not necessary. And I just kept thinking about all of the people who have been through this and what would they tell me to do. I grabbed things like important paperwork for insurance, the blueprints for my house. I don't know why I grabbed those. And then, of course, clothes. And I realized, how organized my house is and how thankful I was for that. I've got a little bit of an organization problem. But it was emotional to do that, to walk around and go, well, if the house burns down, that can go with it. Like, I can't believe some people have had to do this in their lifetime. Anyways, the fire has grown an enormous amount since Wednesday, and I've been checking it every single day. It's grown to over 2,000 hectares. It's terrible. But the next day, after, we woke up the next morning, my husband went to work, and it was just normal. But when I opened up the door to go outside to, go water my plants and check on everything, The air was so smoky, I could barely breathe. It was like sitting in front of the campfire, and the smoke is blowing in your face, and you can't move your chair quick enough to get out of the path of the smoke blowing in your face. That's exactly what it was like. So I closed up the doors and I turned on I've got an air purification system. I have a compromised immune system, so we've already got like a top quality medical grade air purifier, which I'm looking at right now in my home. And I turned off the circulation unit for all of the air that gets pushed through I don't know what it's called. It's a Venmar system. It goes through the attic and it pushes like air through the house. Anyways, I turned that off, and I stayed in one room of the house, because if you got too close to the windows, you could actually smell the smoke. It was wild. The day was going on, and I was still kind of like, I was totally on guard. My senses were enhanced so much that I just was ready for a panic blow up, believe me. And then it happened. The evacuation alert came on the phone. It said Annapolis Valley, evacuate. That's all I read. It said Annapolis Valley, evacuate. That's it. That's all I read. I read like 2 lines and I didn't read anything else. And I immediately called my husband at work and I said, "Oh my God, did you just get that alert on your phone?" And he said, "Yes, I did. Relax, calm down. I'm on my way home. I'll help you pack. I'm going to get gas because the gas stations are probably going to be crazy. Everyone's probably evacuating." And so I hung up with him and I started running through the house, like running, literally, from room to room, panicking, throwing things into a suitcase, getting all my prescriptions together and toiletries together. And at one point, I picked up my phone and I sent a quick message to my aunt and I said, "Oh my God, we're evacuating." And then I thought, I got to send a quick Snapchat to all my friends and family in Calgary to let them know that we're evacuating. And here's what that looked like.
Holy fuck, we're being evacuated! A couple of towns over just got evacuated, and we got the evacuation notice on our phones. So Dave is at work. He's on his way home, because if a couple of towns over just got evacuated, we're probably next.
So shortly after that, as I'm running around the house and I'm still packing up things and losing my mind, absolutely losing my mind, the phone rings again and it's my husband. And he says, "Did you read it? Did you read the evacuation notice?" And I was like, "Well, not all the way." I said, "I just read evacuate Annapolis County." And he was like, "Read it, go back and read it." And realize that it's for specific civic addresses. And it's not our address. Our address is not on there. And he just kept repeating that over and over to calm me down. And I wasn't like, I was just kind of how I am right now, actually. Panic like that. So I put him on speakerphone and I read the evacuation alert and I was like, oh, foolish. Okay, I get it. But, I get it. And I feel for all the people that are going through this and actually had to evacuate their homes. And this fire is growing and it's enormous now. And I don't know if it's going towards Yarmouth or if it's going towards Bridgetown or where, closer to us. It looks like it's close to Kejimkujik. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's the national park here. And I'm watching the government of Nova Scotia's websites daily, hourly, minutely. Is that a word? It's not. But I'm watching it so closely to see what's going on. And I do have suitcases out and ready to just throw stuff in. And we cleaned out the car to make sure that the car has space for, if we do have to evacuate, everything that we can stuff in the car that we want to take with us. And I've got an evacuation plan, like ready to go. I'm ready. It's very sad and it's very scary and it's very uncertain. But then you still have to live your life and you have to go get groceries and you have to leave the house for certain things. Well, it's weird because you just go to the grocery store and get your stuff and then you look outside and you see the big plume of smoke that's in the air, or you smell it in the air and think like things aren't right. And you hear about the wildlife that are fleeing. And anyways, that's my wildfire story. That's what's going on here around Nova Scotia. Today is Monday, the 18th of August, and I have no idea. We have no rain in the forecast at all. We had rain last night for the first time. Woohoo! I can't believe we finally had rain. So, what's my camera doing? So life must go on, and just regular routine has to go on. And today is Monday, and I do all of my chores on a Monday. I don't like to do chores throughout the week because I like to have free time and do whatever else through the week and not feel like I'm constantly cleaning my house. You know what I mean? Welcome. By the way, I'm Ricky. I'm actually Sharika. Shari for short, Ricky for short, Sarika. I go by Hey You if you call me that way. But it's Ricky for short. And I am a brand new YouTuber. I'm a military spouse. I don't work because my husband is in the Air Force and we move around every 4 or 5 years. And every time we move, I have to change jobs. I no longer have a career. So in this last posting, we decided that I was going to stay home permanently and I was going to take care of the house and the cleaning and the cooking. Actually, there's only been one time I haven't taken care of the cooking, and that was when my in-laws came to stay with us last summer. And my husband insisted that he do all the cooking at that time. And when I think about that, I think, why did he want to do all the cooking? Is it because I'm a bad cook? I bet it's because I'm a bad cook. I really did struggle with cooking meat there for a long time. I bet it's because I'm a bad cook. Anyways, that's why I started a YouTube channel, because I'm tired of looking for a job every single time we move. I'm not expecting to get rich from YouTube. It would be nice to make some money, sure, but I'm creative and I thought it would be great to document our lives from here on in for all the rest of the postings that we have during his career. I have been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a long time, but I'm an introvert and that has actually really held me back quite a bit. My husband's schedule with search and rescue sometimes takes him away for months at a time, and I am home alone a lot. So I thought that if I had a YouTube community, that could help fill some of the void that I have. It'll also help my friends and family across all the provinces. It'll also help all my friends and family across the Canadian provinces see my life. Because it's not easy to hop on a plane in Canada and just jump around provinces. It's quite expensive, actually. So for future content, I hope to show you our renovations and our moves and future gardens. We don't know where our next posting is going to take us, actually. And we're getting ready to get posted out of here. He's expecting a posting message anytime in the next couple of months. And he's got 3 choices on his list as to where we go to. And one is Alberta, one is Colorado Springs, and one is Ottawa. Will it be any of those? Who knows? So in the meantime, I'd like to show you some stuff. I'm trying to put together a video of how we renovated our house, but I never intended on ever going on YouTube. So all of my footage is like up and down and not sideways. So I thought I would try to do a voiceover type video for when I try to do the renovation video. But I've got lots of ideas. And I've got a lot of content to come. And what else can I tell you? I'm 50. He's in the Air Force. And, well, let's just get to my day today. And let's get this house clean. And let me show you the house. So this is what I'm going to be cleaning today. Now, normally I do my floors every Monday. So realistically, this place isn't all that dirty in here right now. And because I do cleaning so often, there's not like a whole bunch to do. But I've got laundry. What else do I have? I've got some dishes in the sink to get rid of, maybe turn on the dishwasher. And, oh, cleaning, changing out the bedding, because I do that all the time too. Hi, here I am. So yeah, there's not a lot to do. It's just typical housekeeping stuff, I guess. There's one of the suitcases that, you know, I started throwing stuff into. And what else do I have to do? There's really not a lot. And in here, oh, I just put this office together the other day because I needed space to sit at my table and do some editing. So I ordered this table from, where did I get it? Wayfair. And it's great. It's got like the function to go up and down if I want it to. Okay, I did it. I got it all together all by myself. Now, I just need to flip it. I wonder if I should wait for Dave to get home. Look, I did it. I'm so proud of myself. And I need to get myself a proper office chair because this one is so uncomfortable. And then there's another suitcase I had specifically for all my electronics. And I just got this cart at Home Depot, put it together the other day when I got my desk. And then this typically was, why do I keep saying typically? This was my plant room. And over the winter, I would bring things in and grow them on here. And I'm not doing that so much. So I really would like to reorganize this space and clean up some of the stuff that I got going on here. These are all the important files that I wanted to keep in case we do get evacuated. So yeah, I just want to get my life a little bit more organized. And you know what else? I think that, you know, this whole fire stuff put my perspective into place as to what I really need to keep in my life. Because when I was going through my drawers, let me show you. These are all of my sweatpants, skirts, and capris. And in here is all of my yoga pants and jeans. And I think that out of all of these 3 drawers, in each of these drawers, I probably only use like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things in that drawer. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 things in that drawer. And I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things in this drawer. All of this stuff, I haven't touched any of this all summer long. So what do I need to hang on to it for? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through every drawer, and I'm going to, what's going on here? Sorry, I had a little video issue there. But I'm going to go through every single drawer, and I'm going to clean out the things that I don't use or need, and I'm going to donate a lot of those clothes to those bins where it says, you know, put your clothing in here. And here, I'll just show you some stuff. I used to be blonde. This was in Hawaii. And this was our little dog, Neptune. He lasted 16 years, my little guy. He was the smartest little thing. Ended up blind, though, poor guy. This was in Quebec. And this was in Hawaii. So, let's get to it. Let's start doing some houseworks. This is what I'm going to do. I need to eat. I'm going to boil myself some eggs. There. So while that's boiling, I need to get some laundry on the go. Put in, look at this mess in here. So I've got garbages to do too. I did put in a load of, what are these? Towels earlier. This is a mattress cover from our downstairs bed that I wanted to get clean, but let's go check outside. There's a couple things I want to get out. There's a couple things out here I want to get done too. Need to put all this stuff away. It's nice out here. It has been scorching hot all summer. And today feels so tolerable. This is lovely. Look at my grass. Look how brown the grass is. This is very abnormal for Nova Scotia. Like normally it's green and lush and you've got to mow the lawn sometimes twice. It's very annoying actually. But this year, that grass is just hideous. We had a mattress cover. This is one of the mattress covers on the bed downstairs. And we had a friend come, well, a couple of friends come and stay the night, and they let their dog sleep on the bed. And the dog peed the bed. Like, what the hell? There, no. I say that all the time because that's how my nanny said it.
There, now look at that. Look. Beautiful. I don't know, but I think your father likes caraway seed.
Yeah.
Because he does eat them in the salty bed.
Because I'm a wee bit of Irish. I can't do that accent at all. There. Now, I'm going to get a bag. And here I keep bags for linens. And I'll show you what I mean. So, let's switch out here. I keep, not towels, blankets and pillows, obviously not all of them, in some of these bags, and it helps them from, getting dusty when they're sitting in the closet. I just get these from IKEA. They're like $1.99. $1.99? Something like that. They're cheap. There. Then go put it away. It'll store nice. Geez, I'm only a few minutes into this cleaning video and I'm already sitting down to take a break. I need to eat and then I'll get to it. I promise. Myself. What's going on in the world? Flight attendants not going to work. I think I'll watch these guys. Girls.
Previously on the No Big View channel. Are you aware that nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday?
Okay, so, all right. So I ate my eggs and then I got caught up watching YouTube for a little while. And now I'm at my chores. So really, it is 20 after 2. So I only want to spend about maybe an hour doing my chores. I don't want to spend any more time than that. Not that I've got something to do, because I don't, but I just don't want to feel like I've wasted the whole day away by doing chores. So the first thing I always do is I start out with this thing and I go through my whole house. And I get all the stuff off the floors and then I wash them. I don't use any cleaners on my floor. I only use water. So I use this one, which is dry, for sweeping the floor, and then I use a clean one for washing the floor. How does your floor get clean if you don't use a chemical on it? It's the same with my windows, actually. You don't need Windex to clean your windows. You don't need a cleaner to clean your windows. And I had no idea. Normally, I was using cleaning supplies all the time. I was constantly using cleaning supplies to clean my entire house before I got really sick. I don't want any dust anywhere. I react to dust and I get really sick. So I can't have dust in my house. Sometimes if I put off my chores for too long, the dust gets thick, but with the humidifier, or not the humidifier, the air purifier, there's not a lot of dust buildup in here. this is it. This is my air purifier. Let me show you. So this air purifier is what I use to clean the air in my whole house. And if there's any smells whatsoever, it gets rid of it like super fast. And I can show you, it's got 6 levels. Here, this is loudest. I just keep that in there. But if like, let's say you're cooking something and you burn something, it'll get rid of the smell in seconds. It's absolutely phenomenal. I love this thing. And when the smokes were happening, the wildfire outside gets thick and it comes in the house, then I just turn this on and I never smell any of the wildfire smoke. And another really good thing about it is that I noticed my baseboards are hardly ever dusty anymore. So usually there's like, within a couple of days, there's some buildup of dust. And now I only do my baseboards like sometimes every 2 weeks. They don't get hardly any dust on them at all. And this thing, because I can move it around, sometimes at night when the air feels a little bit too thick, I can bring it in my bedroom and I'll just sit it. Sometimes I sit it here in the hallway, like right here. And then other times I'll bring it right in the bedroom. Don't look at my messy bed. I have to change that bedding. Okay, I'm gonna flip this over, show you how dusty. So my floor is not that bad, but that's just a lot of dust on your floor. So I do that, which I just finished all the rooms. And now I'm gonna go back over it and I'm gonna do everything. Actually, I didn't do this room, but I'm gonna do everything with a wet one now. I didn't use this side of this mop thing, so I'll flip it over and use this side for the wet, and then you can see how, if the floors are dirty or how dirty the floors are. Well, I need the sink, so now I guess I've got to do dishes. Boo. Okay, I've got to get these clean dishes away, and I'll show you. This is an IKEA kitchen, and I would 100% do an IKEA kitchen again. The way that we designed this kitchen was so that, well, let me give you a little context actually. So this counter right here, there was a wall here at one point, and it separated the dining room from the kitchen, and it was really old. This house was built in 1992, and let me think, how did that work? I think the dishwasher was in that spot, and then there was a tall cabinet in this corner. So the microwave wasn't there. Oh, and the stove was actually right here where the island is, where those 3 little drawers are. And it was a weird layout. The fridge was actually right here. So we designed it so that we had a coffee station, because I used to be able to drink coffee, but I can't now. And the fridge here, and put the stove on that wall. That kind of made sense to us. And when we're doing the IKEA planning with the IKEA planner online, you can put anything anywhere in your space to make it work. And I thought it would be smart to have all of the cupboards or the drawers, instead of having cupboards, so I could put my plates away. So I just pick up my stuff right here from the dishwasher. Sorry if you can hear that plane going up ahead. That's water bombers. And the plates and everything fits in here really nice, and I don't have to go too far to put stuff away. Let's see if we can see the water bombers going by. Can we? I missed them. No, I missed that. Even going back. Oh, there's one. I think that's one. I don't know if I caught that or not. But anyway, yeah, it's just easy having the dishwasher so handy to right here to put my dishes away. And I have a place for everything for its place. So I know exactly where everything goes. Oops. Let's film you properly here. Where'd that plate go? I have a blue plate that sits under here. I don't know where that is right now. See what I mean? A place for everything and everything for its place. And then here's all my pans. And here's all the tools you need for when you're cooking. And what's in here? Oh, I've got a little box for my spices, my racks, my pans, this drawer, and that drawer. May as well show you them all. And in here I've got the food saver, a rice cooker, those freezer things. Well, what are these? Dish towels, tablecloths, food trays. I've got a slow cooker in here. We've got the soda stream in here, a waffle iron, a weight scale. Where's the lid to this? Or where's the container that goes to that now? That's weird. So it's got lots of room for everything. You know, you gotta have a junk drawer. This is our junk drawer. And then the Lazy Susan, which has hardly anything in it, actually. We don't eat that soup, actually. This can of soup, the last time I had this, I went in anaphylaxis. So I don't eat that, and Dave doesn't like it. And then this is handy. This is where all my cloths are, my dish soap. See, I can't use anything with fragrances in it. And all that stuff down there, I don't really use anymore. This thing I use for washing my windows, though. I just put water on the window and wipe it away, and it works great. This thing I will use. I'll have to put a mask on to use it, though. And actually, I do want to do that today, because this is getting a little grimy. See that? The sink is a little grimy, too. I gotta do something about that. This should explain a lot to you about what kind of person I am and my husband. That's our humor. Family Guy, South Park. Especially love the recent South Parks. I may as well turn on the kettle and have some more tea. Because who doesn't need 8 cups of tea by 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Okay, this stuff is a miracle. You just put it on like that. And you get a brush, a spongy, like this thing with the roughness on it. And you just scrub it. Scrub it all over. It stinks. I need a mask. One moment. This is the reality of my life when I have to use something with a scent on it. Oh, I scrub her good. You know what? This mask isn't working all that good. I'm about to show you the mask I wear when smells are very, very heavy, because I don't want to be sick tonight with an upset, nauseous belly and a headache and be put in bed. This is what I have to do. Now you just leave that there and you let it do its thing, and then you come and wipe it away. So I'm going to leave my mask on to scrub my sink as well, because I have a really hard time with the SOS pad, and I can't stand the smell of that either. Actually, I don't have any SOS pads. I'm out. So I'm going to have to use one of these guys.
which is good. So I'll have to leave this mask on for just a little while I'm cleaning. And the air purifier will help me a great deal. So this sink is really dirty, and I want to get it even cleaner than this. And it's starting to get stains on it from my tea and just red food, really. So I'm going to use this Barkeeper's Friend with this. I know, I look ridiculous. I know. But I'd rather this than be sick all night long and maybe the next day. So, this side is with all the food trappings, eggshells and such. I'm so sorry about being in this mask, and I know you can hear me, but not very well. So what I do is, this is a compost, and I take this out. Oh dear. Detected in this one. Here's a plant of some sort. That's that. There. Now in that time that I did the sink, this is all dry, except for there. So I'm just going to wipe it off. I just got a wet cloth. I'm going to put you down. Look at the grime that came off of that. Nasty. But look how clean it is. Now, that's great.
3 o'clock, and that took me 45 minutes to do all the sweeping of the floors and the sink. And what else did I do? Just chit chat with you. So I think that took me a heck of a lot longer to do because I'm filming. Because normally it doesn't take this long. I'm like, I'll give myself an hour and I'll be like, okay, I got to do as much as I can in the next hour, and then I'll be done with all the cleaning. So what I'm going to do now is just wash the floors. I got the whole house nice and clean. I got to put my mask away. But this room looks pretty good. I just washed the floors in here, so that's why my duvet is on the floor. It's clean. And I put the bed up. So if you've got a bed like this, this is the easiest way to make your bed. And I keep all my linens in my bottom drawer. So I'm just gonna change the bed. Aside from my husband's bottle collection over here, this is his side of the bed. I even washed underneath the bed. Oh, I forgot a pillow. Oh, great. I'll have to come back to that. I'm all over the place. I'm scattered because Dave just called and he's like, I'm on my way home early because something's got to be done with the car. It's got to go to Ford for whatever reason. He's going to track his great big boots in here and he's going to go clomp, clomp, clomp right here.
I'm back in the mask because the vacuum cleaner brings up dust, and it really bothers my immune system too. So
Okay, I want to show you like how clean, well, it's relatively clean,
and it's sopping wet, as you can see. And I'm gonna wash my floor in here with it. This is the last floor I need to wash, and you'll see it's hardly dirty at all. So look at my face. I probably have those marks from the mask on it. Oh, look. Okay, now what I do, so my socks are wet now. So I'm gonna go outside and I'm going to let the floor dry while I sit outside and take off my socks. Maybe do a little cleanup out here too. Oh, an earwig, bugger. This needs to go in the garage, and so does this, and this goes in the garage. I don't know if I do want to keep this tray. I don't think I do. No, I don't. But there's some soil in it. And I've got a little bucket of soil in my drawer, in my cabinet. This is my husband's messy garage. I have no control over organization in this space. Please do not report me to the organizational police. This cupboard. And it is organized in a way that I understand. So, down here I've got some pots with some soil in it, and I'm just going to take these. And I know that soon I'm going to be bringing stuff in for the winter, so I'm going to need that. And then I might have to plant up some stuff later, so I keep these on hand. And then I've got a bunch of tools in here, and then this usually goes on this, here. And then these are just you know, garden stuff. Then this is recyclables, so I just threw this out here actually. This goes over here. It needs to be out of his way, you know what I mean? So that'll go out with plastics. Oh my word, he's working on a project. This is his hobby, to fix up this A&W, not A&W, what is it? It's a BMW. And it's actually stalled out on him, his little project, because the weather's been so bloody hot. We've just been having heat wave after heat wave. Okay, I need to go outside and check my pots. Oh my god, look what's blooming. Okay, I'm totally geeking out. This is a hibiscus, a Holy Grail hibiscus by Proof of Winners. Look how big this bloom is. This is my first bloom of the season. And I kind of knew yesterday, like, it kind of looked a little bit bigger than this one right here. And I thought, oh, that's going to open up tomorrow. And look, it's open. This is very thrilling for me, because this usually blooms in September. And for it to start blooming now is a miracle. Just a miracle. Okay, these girls need some water. I'm so sorry. I haven't been outside all day. They're pretty big. Like, I finally found a plant that loves wet feet. They did great right here in this pot. Look, that one's looking pretty good. We had the window downstairs open, so that's why that looks like that. And I don't like to leave that up, actually, because one day the chipmunk was in there. We had to come and rescue his life. Search and Rescue lives in this house, so it was easy peasy. You can see the hole where I stick the thing in here to water it. That's okay, you can't see it from the road. This is one plant, by the way. Cost me $5-6. One plant did this. Isn't that amazing? My neighborhood. Those are my neighbor's trees, and this is my neighbor's lot. It's not mine. And this wall was a beautiful wall of irises at one time in the spring. And I've got garden tours, so if you want to check out some garden tours, be my guest. The August one is my most recent one. Probably looks the best.
These macrophylla hydrangeas are doing fantastic this year. I'm so pleased with these. If you look at them close up, aren't they pretty? They're just striking. This one, however, with the bright green leaves, it's had a couple of issues. Like whatever this is. It's getting water, and I think it maybe is dying. Something has been trying to burrow a hole, or something has been burrowing holes. Did you see that dirt? Something dug that up, and I filled it in with water. So I don't know if I got something eating the roots of this plant. There's 3 plants here, but I think it might have gotten to one of them. I don't know, we'll see. And then over here, just show you a quick update. This is my Annabelle hydrangea, and I just have not been able to keep up with the watering in this garden this summer. It's been awful. So going forward to my new home, I will do a drip system. And this soil I have here is pure sand. So I also didn't really understand soil amendments and stuff like that. So I will, going forward, do more than just mulch. I thought mulch on top of the sand would be great, to help keep the moisture locked in. No, that's not it. Anyways, let's see what's over here. Phlox, it's doing great. And I had a bunch of glads come up from the previous year that I didn't plant there, but they all get eaten by thrips, which you'd see if you watch in my last video. I talked all about that. Actually, I can see thrips right now on this one. Can you see that? I don't know if you can or not, but I hate thrips. This is the garden right now. Ooh, I should water the hydrangea. Okay, so this hydrangea I bought at a grocery store on clearance for $12. And I've been actually waiting for this week. I've been watching the forecast for the weather to cool down so I could dig a hole and plant it. So I'll be doing that this week. And down here I've just filled some petunias with some dahlias that did not perform good at all this year. And some beautiful calibrachoas. And a rosemary. And this annual hibiscus. This is beautiful. I love her. I've never grown them before, so I'm gonna grow them again every year from now on, and probably in mass somehow. And this is a bubblegum. Super Tuny bubblegum is doing great. It's had a big haircut, otherwise it would look like the pot's out front. Okay, I think my floors are dry. I can see a couple of water areas, but I'm gonna take my socks off. Yeah. My feet are clean. That was difficult. Why was it so difficult? Okay, now I just got some laundry to do. And then Dave should be home. There, see that? This thing cleaned my whole house. So there's hardly any dirt on all of my floors. And I contribute that to once a week cleanings, that's why. This is basically just dust removal. Wow, I didn't know I had it in me to do such a long video. The floors look great, and they feel better on my feet too. If you made it this long, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of my community. And I'm going to just leave you with some of the footage from my local news showing what the wildfires are at. My last edit on this video is Tuesday, August 19th at 5 p.m. And this wildfire is called the Long Lake Fire in Annapolis County, and it's over 3,200 hectares at this point. Oh, and we're also expecting Hurricane Erin to hit in a couple of days. So all kinds of weird, crazy weather going on in Nova Scotia these days.